Ladies and gentlemen, we're back.
So we were trying to decide what our next video should be because it has been 2 weeks since our last one. We thought it'd be fun to just show you what we've been up to for the last 2 weeks.
We've been busy with all kinds of stuff. We've had our ups and our downs, mostly ups.
I turned a year older.
It was Julia's birthday.
So in the last video, we left you mentioning that we were headed to Valley of Fire State Park in Nevada.
While we were in the Valley of Fire State Park, we stayed at the East Side BLM. Yeah.
So we secured a spot right on the edge of a drop-off, a valley. No, we actually really enjoyed the BLM itself. It was clean. Everybody there was very respectful, and it was super close to the park, so we'd highly recommend staying there if you are heading to Valley of Fire State Park. Fun fact, we actually drove by Chris Angel's one and only restaurant. Yes, Chris Angel has a restaurant.
Mind freak.
We drove by it, and because it was my birthday on the Monday, I think, we were hoping to maybe go there for a birthday dinner, but it was closed on Mondays. Ended up making dinner and just crashed, and then the following morning woke up for sunrise and went to
the Mouse Tank Road and took some photos. It's basically a curvy road lined by red rock, and it looks like the first colonization of Mars or something like that. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Following that, we went to the Fire Wave and did the hike there. It was really beautiful as well.
It's kind of cool. It's all rock, so there's no like beaten path. You just follow markers, so you just gotta look for the next marker and go.
Yeah, short hike. We actually anticipated it to be way longer, but it was a short hike.
Oh yeah, we had snacks packed.
Gotta have the snacks.
Fire Canyon. It's beautiful. It's probably the highest elevation point in the park, I'd say, without like hiking. And it just overlooks this red, like, fiery canyon. We could put animation there, right?
Yeah, we will. So we also went to the Petroglyphs. They have tons of petroglyphs in the park, and actually lots of places have petroglyphs, and this was the first time that we actually stopped to go check them out, and it was really cool.
Yeah, really cool. We're like trying to decipher what they're trying to say back in the day. I don't know, you got like long hands that are just like squiggling with long arms that are squiggling with like hands in the end that are like holding a goat. And
yeah, Van Gogh had nothing on these people, that's for sure. So while we were there, we actually saw people outside of a van that we were pretty sure were these people we follow on social media, Van Here Adventures.
Yeah.
We could have sworn it was them. We weren't sure, so we like drove away, and then I was like, we have to go back, I swear it's them. So we did, and we met them and their friend Colleen. They were really awesome. Highly recommend checking out their channel if you haven't already.
Great people.
Yeah.
We had a nice chat with them.
All in all, Valley of Fire State Park, highly recommend going there. Beautiful red rocks, awesome hikes and views, and the BLM is close and clean.
Yeah, not overly busy either. It was
The park.
the park itself, yeah, it wasn't very busy, so we loved it there. Beautiful. Go there now. From the Valley of Fire State Park, we headed towards Vegas, but before Vegas, we stopped at Lake Mead, Kingman Wash in particular, and it was a beautiful spot. We were able to pull up right up to the water, so for the first time actually, we opened up our back doors and had those swung right open. We could just sit on the bed, and it was a beautiful day.
The road in was a little rocky and quite long, but that's okay. That just keeps it a little more
Hush hush.
hush hush. Yeah, the water was very beautiful and clean. I went for a little dip. It was quite cold, but very refreshing.
We had fishermen in the area and they were catching stuff like crazy.
Overall, it was a pretty short stay at Lake Mead, but it was worth the drive for sure, just to have that view out of the back doors. It was really gorgeous. With Lake Mead, we actually didn't take any video while we were there, so I apologize. We only have this one photo that we'll just keep putting on the screen.
Worth the visit, yeah. It was so worth it. We were so in the moment, we didn't even think to take any video.
So the following day, we went to Las Vegas. On the way there, we went to Hoover Dam.
Yeah, I wanted to check it out just because of Las Vegas vacation. You know, and Griswold's just, he's like hanging onto a rope or something.
So next we went to Vegas to meet my dad and go to a conference with him there, which was a lot of fun. We just stayed with him in the hotel and parked in the hotel parking lot, which was $10 a night. For Nelson, we actually use the app Rover, which we've used on multiple occasions now. And Rover is just like Airbnb kind of for your dog. So you can book dog boarding, dog daycare, walks. So we found Jennifer on there and she took good care of Nelson while we were out in Vegas. She was also taking care of Miss Casey at the same time.
Yeah, both dogs were hypoallergenic.
Yes.
And they're so strict diets, but they're in good hands with the right people.
Yes.
In Jennifer and Greg.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So in Vegas, we just did all the kind of touristy things. We went to Fremont Street, we went to the Strip. It was a pretty short stay. By the end of it, we were ready to get back in our van and just return to the woods.
The quiet,
Yeah. We didn't actually do that, really. We had 2 days in between Vegas and going to Santa Monica to meet some friends of ours.
It was gonna be really hot. Like we were in a bit of a heat wave, so we were having like 35 plus temperatures. So we decided, we just picked a body of water in California and drove there, which ended up being Lake Isabella. Lake Isabella was beautiful. Actually, the drive into the mountains, the Sierra Nevada.
Yeah, the drive to Lake Isabella was unreal. We both said that it was potentially our favorite drive.
Stretch of road, yeah. You go from desert and there's all these Joshua trees that you're like, what are these doing here? This isn't Joshua Tree National Park. But they're here and they're in such abundance. They're in bloom.
They were in bloom, which we've never seen before, which was so beautiful. So we found a BLM on Overlander, or what we thought was a BLM. So we wanted somewhere where Nelson could escape into the water
Go
if
for a
he
dip.
needed to. So we were able to pull up right on the shoreline again and park at Lake Isabella, which was really beautiful. There was quite a few other people enjoying it as well.
The next day after that, we just went down the road and found a BLM on the Kern River, and it seemed like a pretty popular spot. There were a lot of locals just camping there overnight, and yeah, the river was beautiful. I saw trout jumping. And
in Santa Monica, we stealth camped all 3 nights, which we had no problems doing. We stayed in really beautiful neighborhoods. We really try to draw no attention to ourselves when we're stealth camping, and so far that has worked. Just pay attention to the signs around you. If it says no overnight parking, don't park there. Or be prepared to get a ticket, which we hear is just a $65 ticket in Santa Monica.
a lot of the signs there say Thursday 3 p.m. to 5 p.m., Friday 3 p.m. to 5 p.m.
Street sweeping.
Street sweeping. So yeah, just don't park there during those times, and I think you should be good as long as you're quiet and respectful.
And we also moved every night. We didn't stay in one consecutive location for all 3 nights. We switched the location every single night so as to not annoy the people around
Yeah.
the block. Yeah, and it worked out great. We grabbed the scooters that they have available down there that you can just rent and go, and we got down to the boardwalk where our friends were staying really quickly. It worked out really good.
Yeah, it was a great stay overall. We had nothing but good times. We did the whole boardwalk all the way to Venice Beach and saw all that. Went to the Venice Beach skate park, which was cool, and Muscle Beach. They were filming a film there. It was a really, really great time.
Again, following our stay in Santa Monica, we were ready to just get out into the wilds. But we did have a campsite booked with our friends for their final night in the area. We went to Point Mugu State Park, which was a pricey one. I think it cost us $65-ish per night.
Crazy.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. But it is right on the ocean. It's just past Malibu, which is a really beautiful area too. If you're in a van, it seemed like lots of people were camping out there as well. So highly recommend checking that area out.
For sure.
I would say Point Mugu was definitely worth one night stay there. It was really beautiful. You're right on the beach. The campsites are small, but that evening we went over to the beach and saw dolphins surfing the waves, which was super cool.
Yeah. We also did the Overlook Trail, which gives you like a 180 view of the entire ocean. So that was definitely worth it. And all the wildflowers were in bloom as well. So it was a beautiful hike. Yeah.
We actually let our friends stay in the van and we stayed in our tent, which was interesting. It was the first time we've ever done that, and they aren't like super avid campers. My one friend is very particular about her sleeping arrangements. They both really loved the stay. They said it was super comfortable.
Yeah, they slept great. The next morning at Mugu, we had to say goodbye to our pals. They rented a car and we had our van, so they went one way to catch a flight back to Canada and we went another way. We didn't really know. We didn't have a plan at that point. But after a quick discussion, we decided on Sequoia National Park. We drove about 5 hours and took our time getting up to Sequoia National Park. It was mostly highway until we reached Fresno, where it was just basically an uphill climb from maybe 1,000 feet to 7,000 feet of elevation. It was a beautiful drive. So we got up to 7,000 feet at the park entrance and there was nothing but fog. It was the most dense fog. Crazy. You couldn't see like 10 feet in front of the vehicle.
So we got a campsite right away at Azalea Campground, and really nice campground. It costs $22 per night. There is no cell service in the park, so we've been just going to that visitor center to use. They have free Wi-Fi there, but also for working.
There's a pullout about 10 miles towards Fresno from the park, down the hill a bit, and we found 4 bars there.
Yeah, it's actually been kind of nice to not have cell service.
Yeah.
Luke has made an observation that like people are talking to each other more because there isn't cell phones everywhere.
Nobody has cell service, so we've found that we're interacting with more people more frequently, which has been really nice, and we've met some really cool people while we've been here.
Yeah, we met Mark, who's going to be starting his own channel soon called Lone Wolf.
Yeah.
Him and his dog Remy have been traveling around for about a month in his van, and they plan on heading up to Alaska shortly. His
whole idea behind getting a van was that he was going to more funerals and weddings, and he just figured time to send it, and so he's doing the whole thing. He's doing it.
Yeah.
And we're very excited for him.
Mm-hmm. We also met Melissa and Kevin, who are from BC. We noticed the
beautiful British Columbia. Yeah.
Noticed those plates right away in the campground, but we ended up meeting them at a pull-off on one of the highways in the park, and they have a beautiful daughter named Isabel as well. So we met them, and hopefully we'll stay in touch with them too.
Yeah, hope so.
The park is really beautiful. The Sequoia trees are insanely big, and highly recommend if you're anywhere close to this area, come check it out for sure. It's worth the $22 per night camping fee. But we also did find yesterday when we were checking out Hume Lake in the park that people do park at the National Forest just on the way to Hume Lake, which was a really beautiful lookout.
Yeah, so you have free options as well. And yeah, the view from one of the lookouts going down to Hume Lake was astonishing. All the views here are awesome. Being
in the presence of something so big just is very humbling as a human, so appreciate that. After Sequoia, we are now hitting the road back north to Canada. We plan on being there early April, and after that we really don't know where we're going to be camping. Of course we'll be spending time with friends and family, but if you have any awesome Vancouver Island camping spots, please leave them in the comments below for us.
Yeah.
We would really appreciate that.
We'll be on Vancouver Island for about a month.
We were recommended a book by Kevin actually called Backroads Map Book, I think, so we'll be getting a copy of one of those for sure. And yeah, looking forward to more adventures in Canada.
We're very thankful for you watching, and click the subscribe button below. It really helps us out, and it gets the algorithm pumping videos and whatnot, so. Yes,
it does. So thank you so much to our subscribers. Thank you for watching this video. We really appreciate it. We'll see you next time. Happy trails.
While we were in Valley State Fire, we're in the State of Fire Valleys.
Yes, while we were in
It's early. We always do these so early in the morning.
It's something that we went to. The squirrel just jumped up onto the tire. Is he trying to get in? He's out?
Oh, he's there. Get away! There he's back again. Look at him. Yeah.